Hi guys, welcome back to Ignite India Education. I'm Bhavna and today in this video I will be giving you some tips to score good marks in CAT. Guys, do not forget CAT is a very important part of this examination, this NIFT examination, and you have three parts, which is CAT, GAT and situation test, and the most important and highest weightage is CAT. And that's why I'm here to tell you my tips of scoring good marks. So let's get started with the video. Please be till the end of the video because I will be spilling some real gems, right? So the tip number one would be think about coloring. Guys, coloring is the most important part. Only if it is written there, color it. So the first thing we will notice in the question paper is whether to color it or not. Correct? And if there is mention to color, then you must color because that will carry some marks. So for example, if there is some question to draw a scene where you are doing puja and you will have to draw what you are seeing. Now what are you seeing? Like you will see a diya in your hand, you might see agarbattis, you might see some idols and some beautiful lightings, some flowers. Now they have told you to color it. You will definitely gonna color it because you will have to save some time for coloring. So I have told you about bifurcating the time, which is 1 hour per question. Now if the question paper is telling you to color it, then you must save half an hour for coloring. That means you have to complete the drawing. You have to think everything in just half an hour because thinking involves a lot of time, and then drawing involves a lot of time, and then adding elements and then coloring it. Plan accordingly if there's some question about color. Now the second point would be observation. So the example I've told you in tip number one, to draw a temple. Now I'm gonna take this example throughout this video because that is how you're gonna link it. To draw a scene where you're doing puja. Now there could be two situations or maybe three situations. One is you are at home and doing puja. The other one is there is a festival and you are doing puja. And the third one is you are going to a temple and doing puja. Now you're given a very vast question where your thinking should not stop you guys. But if you keep doing extra things like small little things like little flowers, and what else is kept there? Okay, like chandan and chandan ka wo ghisne wala thing is there, you know, that thing. And what else is kept there? Like padukas. If you like keep those small things in the question paper, the examiner is definitely going to get impressed because he will know that your observation power is very high. Now the question is saying that you are doing puja. They did not say that show us a puja setup. No. If they have told you to show what you are seeing, then this is your frame, right? You're gonna see the diya in your hand or might be some plate in your hand. So just involve two hands like this. Now the third very important point is focus on concepts and not the drawing. Now many of the people ask me, like in the live sessions also and in the YouTube video also, I get a lot of comments that what if my drawing skill is not good? Will I not be able to go to NIFT? Will I not be able to clear the examination? No, you can do it. The thing is your concepts must be clear and apt for the question. So if the question is asking you to design footwear for the year 2070, let's say, if you think that my drawing skill is not that good, now you will just draw a chappals and just try to clear out the concept, like what kind of chappals you want. Do you want something like Iron Man where you wanna show that some gas is coming out and you are flying, or there's some electromagnetic effect happening where you are just floating in the air, or is there something which is like covering your feet like that, like once you put the foot on the chappals, it will directly grab your feet like that. You think that, oh, how I'm gonna draw it in the paper? It's easy, okay? You just need fine lines to be drawn, okay? Your line should not be very cracky, no, your line should not be very wavy. If you have practice of making fine lines, I don't think it's difficult for you because you definitely know how to draw a chappal, right? Agar chappal ka shape aisa hai to tum square to nahi bana doge na. So the examiner is gonna know that this is chappal, but your concept needs to be clear. Now these kind of question doesn't require very good drawing skills, right? Now the question like perspective drawing, where you need to like the temple, like the puja thing I told, that needs a little bit of drawing skills. I agree, but But I don't think you're gonna be that poor in drawing where you won't be able to draw a simple Ganesh idol. I think you can just like draw. There are some techniques which can show that you don't need to draw a full Ganesha idol. Like for example, if someone is putting tika, so you can just like, you need to think about how can I make it smart. Like अगर मैं टीका नहीं लगाऊंगी, then I have to show the full idol of Ganesha. Now if I put tika like that, my hand will cover half of the Ganesha idol, right? Like the top part where the crown is there and the tika is there, his face will be covered a little bit. So that kind of thing. Now down part you can draw anyway, right? So this is the thing, okay? Your drawing need not be very good, okay? If you're not good at drawing, it's okay. Now the fourth tip which everyone fails to do is take time to understand the question. Now if some question is that you are standing at the bus station waiting for the bus, okay, what kind of question it is? Like you are just drawing a scene, or is it you involved in the question? If there is you, then there should be some part of you involved in the paper, in the solution, right? So you can show that you are checking up the time, like this frame would be involved, and there's some people standing, some like a bus is going, you can show like you're waiting for some other bus. What is the time? Like time bhi likha hota hai. There's some clock there's some clock on the bus stations. Like these kind of question comes. So these questions requires thinking, a little bit of thinking, right, beforehand, not while solving the question. Now if you keep solving the question and later you realize, oh, I wanted to draw my hand like that, now will you be able to rectify that? No, there would be lines. And the paper, guys, the paper is not that thick like your drawing sheet you practice on. The paper is like slightly thinner than that. So if you keep rubbing it, you're finished, guys. So please think about that. So whenever some question pops up, you just give like 2 minutes, think about the question, read it twice so that you get to know what all details you need to include in the answer. Now the fifth tip, which is write up. What people do is they keep on writing things in the box given there for drawing. Drawing itni si, and there's like whole paragraphs of written things. This is bad. This should not be done. Now if there's some question where you have to draw a scene, whatever scene, okay, I'm not going to give an example, you're going to get bored about it then. So you will have to consume the space which is given for drawing. You can understand the sentence which I just said. The space for drawing, you have to consume that for drawing, right? So there should not be any write-up in the question which has some scenic thing. Your drawing should explain everything. Now there are some questions which requires little bit of write-up, okay? Like the conceptual question, like the slipper questions or the footwear question I just said. Okay, so this needs a little bit of write-up where you will explain the concept, but not in a paragraph, right? You will just write that this opens up and this closes here when you push the button. You just show the button, just keep the arrow like that, and you just have to write that this while putting an arrow mark. Now there are some people who will draw here, they'll write up here, they'll write up here, they'll write up here, they'll write up here. Now examiner won't know that where to see first and what to read first. Now your solution should have a proper direction. Like this is a sleeper. Now this is a slipper. He will just move in this. His eye will move in this direction, and then this direction, and then this direction, and then this direction. This looks very organized, okay? And the examiners also likes to check it, okay? So these things you keep in mind, and I think your CAT paper is gonna rock, and you're gonna rock too. So these are my tips and tricks. And you have any doubts regarding this, the comment box is always open for your doubts. Please ask and let me know. And yeah, this was all from my side. I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, please subscribe to the channel, give a big thumbs up, and share it to the people who are in need of it. Bye bye.